You know, in this really strange time that we find ourselves in for the last few weeks, we've had to forego a bunch of things that as humans we've taken for granted. We've taken for granted the meaning of being close to other people, going out for a cup of coffee, being able to go down to a restaurant to eat, or even having the freedom to move around and not just stay in our own houses. And it's human nature to take things for granted until they're taken away from you. And one of the things I wanted to talk about today is absolutely the source of life for every single organism on the planet, and that is water. I think it's very easy to take water for granted. In dry times, human beings have figured it out where we can open a tap and water our lawns at dry times of the year, or have a long hot shower in a very dry environment. And yet water is the one resource that we cannot manufacture. Human beings cannot make water. No matter what we do, as clever as we might be, we cannot make water, and there's a finite amount of it that's on the planet. I always like to say to kids and say to people that, think about it. The next time water falls on your head, the last time it fell out of the sky, it could have been on a dinosaur. You never know, because there's the same amount of water on the planet today as there was at the beginning of time. And so water is this incredible finite resource. And I think that in conservation, we base a lot of conservation around water points, about permanent water sources, about rivers, about dams, about man-made dams. And I think that it's very easy to take it for granted. And even though in today's blog I don't really have a point, all I want is for you just to consider how precious water is. Cities use millions of gallons of water. Photographic safari camps use millions of gallons of water. As human beings, we very often waste water. We leave taps running. We use way more than we need. Yet it's this incredibly finite resource, and it really is the source of all life. There's nothing on this planet that can grow without at least some moisture. Even the hardiest of desert plants rely on a fog or a mist or a tiny little bit of rain from time to time. They can't grow if there's not at least a little bit of water. And so the next time you have a glass of water, the next time you turn on your tap, the next time you stand under your shower, just think, the last living thing that water may have touched could have been a dinosaur. And that in of itself makes it worth preserving.